3, 2, 1.
You are now on air.
Dialog audio date is 02.05.2019. The time is 07:10 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter, where I'm a social media enthusiast, social media observer. We got something to talk about today that we observed yesterday. I'm over there on Twitter, but I'm here on the Morning Dialogue, and this is the Morning Dialogue for February 5th, 2019. And oh yes, I do have the morning coffee this morning, and it is tasting very good. Very good. We are live here on the Dialogue. Let me see. Do I have any? Let's check the old. It's not old. It's actually new, still new. The LG Stylo 3. Stylo 3 track phone. My cell phone. I got that. We got one listener currently, and that's me on the LG Stylo 3 to monitor comments as I'm toggling in between tabs here on my browser. Oh, we got a good start to the morning here, folks. And we do have Dora, 1 of 6 cats here, and Maxie's lying down. We've been outside, and outside currently it is 37 degrees Fahrenheit, a very warm 37 degrees Fahrenheit compared to after last week. And the sun will be rising at actually in about 3 minutes. It rises at 07:15 and it's currently 07:12 a.m. So we got 3 more minutes. We got some overcast out there, folks, in the southern tier of upstate New York, and the sun will be setting at 5:25 p.m. Eastern Time. It's always good when we have the dialogue burp there, the red line that comes across. Oh. There it is again. It pops in there. That's twice. Okay. It pops in there, and it's like I try and get it right in between sentences. But we had it twice already this morning. And we are, again, doing live audio. This is live, folks. This isn't recorded. If you're listening to it, you're listening to recorded, but it's recorded live. This is one take, sort of like Andy Warhol's Burger King tape there that was done, actually. I was going to do something. I still may concerning that because it's some interesting information. That was looked at as one of the bad Super Bowl commercials there this past Sunday, but I think there's some other ones. I thought I liked it, actually, once I knew the gist of it. And there's more to the story of that particular commercial there. And I don't think Burger King knew the whole scoop. But we are here to talk about Periscope here on the Morning Dialogue. Periscope has an updated feature as our intro fades out. I want to say good morning. Normally, I'm talking about dialogue here on other platforms like Anchor, of course, Twitter, that program formerly known as Audio Boo. Excuse me. And but this is a morning here on the Morning Dialogue, on the Dialogue with live audio that, and we did tweet this out just to make sure. I think I tweeted it out. Yes. Yeah, I did tweet it out. Okay. Did tweet it out and did put it over there on Elo. Elo dot CO/Fireman Rich, and I'm also over there on Google Plus still until I think it's April 2nd now. I think I've seen the little warning. But I'm on those platforms, and there is the link to the ELO. I know I did this yesterday. There's the one to ELO, and then when I'm all done, I will be posting it over on my blog that I've resurrected. I talked about this yesterday, but those are the two other platforms other than Twitter and Google Plus. And there is another platform I'm on that we're going to be talking about, and that is Periscope. And yesterday, actually last night, I was on Periscope after, and there's my link to my Periscope page there. And Periscope had a new update, and I think most people would probably have heard about it now. It was yesterday afternoon. Well, it was yesterday afternoon about 1 o'clock, but I didn't hear about it until Periscope went live with a Periscope live session talking about it. And Periscope's latest feature turns your broadcast into a radio talk show, and Twitter now lets you invite guests into live streams. Well, where have I heard? Wait a minute. Where have I heard that? Oh, wait a minute. We could do that right here on the Dialog. So Twitter or Periscope is, well, Twitter owns Periscope. So I got to remember, I'm talking about Periscope. But Periscope is just finally doing that. I can remember almost maybe 3 years ago. I'm thinking 3 years ago, they were talking about adding this feature. It took them 3 years to do this feature. I have no idea why they've taken so long. It's just that's what baffles me. It's a good, innovative new feature. I think their feature of Periscope audio was sort of cheesy in a sense. All you do is you put a filter over you're actuating a filter that blocks out your video, and I guess you save on bandwidth. Okay, that's a benefit, but it's still with all the audio But with all the audio platforms that we have out there, I thought it was a little cheesy. You know, Twitter could do better than that. And they're finally coming to the realization that, yeah, we need to have this update, because there's other platforms out there that people are gravitating to, like me gravitating here to Dialog live audio. Because of that, you can do that. It has the feature here, and all you have to do is listen to the content that's already posted up to see that. And so I listened, and I'm thinking, okay, this is just for iOS only. So I didn't really hear if it was for Android, because normally the case is it's for Android first, or for iOS first, and then Android sort of gets it down the road sometime. Well, lo and behold, I guess after that Periscope live session from the Periscope team out there, I think they're out in San Francisco, I ended up checking the Google Play Store, and lo and behold, there is an update. And I updated it, and I ended up turning my phone off after I updated it and rebooted it. And lo and behold, there's the little smiley face toggle switch when you push your live stream to invite your guests. And so I had the updated feature. Of course, I do have an updated phone. I've updated my old LG phone, but I haven't looked at it. But last night I was on the Periscope for an hour for a test, and you can go to my Periscope at Fireman Rich on Periscope link there in the comment section, and you can see that I was on for about an hour and 14 minutes, hour 15 minutes, just hanging out. And I tweeted out a couple of DMs to some folks that I thought might join me, but it was a sort of late. The individuals I tweeted or direct message to were they live over there in Ireland, and it was like a 5-hour difference. So it's like midnight when I did. I was so excited I forgot about the time difference. And one of the individuals was pretty sick, so I knew he was probably in bed recovering. So But I stayed on for an hour and a half, and there's a couple people that actually I had quite a few. I think it was like 50 visits. So that was pretty good Periscope. I don't really scope that much, once in a while, and this was a test for February 4th, 2019, last night, and there was a couple people that wanted me, but I'm one that if I don't know you, I'm not going to let you in. And that applies here. No disrespect to you as far as a person that's on this thing called the internet, but if I'm gonna have more of a conversation, I think, with people I know, or if I get to know you, then eventually I'll talk to you online and stuff. And I think that's where all this social media stuff is going to, because you do have another platform I talked about yesterday, Get Vocal. You know, we have Get Dialog here, but Get Vocal is the video version of conversation, where you have 4 people in a room. It's sort of like Blab. I got to mention Blab in the same aspect, because Blab was fun, and Get Vocal is similar but even better than Blab. Okay, it's a better platform, more stable. And did I tell you I had the morning coffee? So, let's see. Twitter is actually getting more updated to where it should have happened, like I said, a couple years back. Twitter's now, you can invite guests in. And Twitter yesterday added a new feature to its Periscope live stream app that it says users have been asking for years, no doubt. Yeah, you should have had this a couple years back. The ability to invite guests into a live stream. The new feature is designed to let streamers bring in audience members, while Periscope app will then broadcast audio from that person to everybody else in the room. Twitter says you'll be able to include up to 3 guests. Okay, just 3 guests in addition to hosts on the live stream. So you can have a total of 5 people in your live stream Periscope, 4 people in your scope. If any one guest drops out, a new one can be added. Let's see, the feature is another attempt from Twitter to reorientate its live streaming suite into something that might attract more people of the podcasting crowd, which I think it will, as well as Twitch and YouTube streamers that thrive on live accounts. Starting in December 2017, when Twitter added the ability to go live within its main mobile app, Periscope has become more of a feature of the Twitter platform than a platform unto itself. Yeah, that's it. Periscope and Twitter, they exist hand in hand as far as I see it, as far as that goes. That's largely because the live streaming fad failed to take off in commercial fashion as news organizations, entertainment figures, and regular users moved on from Periscope and onto other platforms. And that's true. Moving on to, there's other platforms, you want to try them. Some people have that FOMO, fear of missing out and stuff. And but moving on to bigger platforms with bigger and more engaging audience. Since then, a number of other companies, including Facebook and Instagram, have become competitive in the spaces with live video platforms of their own. And yes, they're coming to update too. I guess Facebook, and you see it on the commercials, it's their product Portal. Okay, Portal is nothing more than a live stream. You got a fancy updated camera that follows you around and stuff like that. So, but Twitter, with its more newsy focus, has been trying to edge its way into the podcasting and interviewing show market for a while. And Get Dialog has that here. We have some news folks that's been on the Dialog for quite a while that do some fantastic interviews. Having ad audio only broadcast to Periscope back in September 2018. Again, that was, I think it was cheesy to begin with. It was fun, but I just like, if you're going to use an app for live video, Why would you want to go audio? But there's some advantages, I guess. I'll give you that. It's not a given that adding guest invitation to the app will suddenly result in an influx of more engagement live streams that more directly involve guests, but it is a feature that sounds like it should have been added to Periscope a while ago. Oh, really? I've been saying that for years. It follows that it will get utilized to some degree by those who see value in the platform and its direct link to one's Twitter audience. And I like Twitter. Twitter is one of my favorite. But here is I just read that. That was from The Verge. Here is the article from TechCrunch concerning that. And TechCrunch article. It does have some pictures there of what the platform looks like a little bit as far as joining guests. And like I said, I did do the toggling of, and I'm going to be trying it again, doing it again today and stuff like that. And there's some folks there that, I mean, it just gets me more in touch with those that I have been in touch on other platforms and stuff like that. So in one hand, I think it's neat. The other hand, I think you should have had this a long time ago, Twitter or Periscope. So, but it's their sandbox, and I believe we as users are greatly appreciated of that. And I'm still only have one listener, so it's early morning, and which is surprising because last night on the scope there that I had for an hour and a half, I had over 50 some people, which is like, I'm the one, if I have one listener, even if it's myself, I'm happy. And at this point, if you're listening to this on the replay, thank you very much, because we just passed the 17-minute mark and the like. So I wanted to talk about that. I do have a little audio I want to talk about Andy Warhol. If anybody knows, I found it last night. They were talking about his Super Bowl commercial, and not to give away what I want to talk about, but one of the things they said that this millennial generation, they didn't say millennial generation, but they referred to the people, the younger crowd of today, that they probably don't know who Andy Warhol is when they were watching that commercial. And I just was like, wow, that's an interesting insight. Because, I'm going to have to talk about that in another audio here on Get Dialog. So I'll save that one, folks. I did want to talk about Periscope having this new updated, is it really new? It's new to Periscope, but it's not new here at Get Dialog. Get Dialog has already had that feature, folks, and I think it's great. It's great that we have another platform that has that ability. So there's two platforms that you can. Well, actually, three. I forgot about Get Vocal because that's strictly on the video side, but you have three platforms that you can bring a guest in. Now, there's other platforms out there by, was it Yard Duck or something like that, and some other paid services. But these are the ones that I'm looking at as as a social media observer and social media enthusiast. I'm pretty excited about seeing. Again, I'm pretty excited about seeing something new on this thing called the internet. And it's always good. It's always good, and it's always fun. So we'll see how it plays out as far as that goes. And but hopefully you get a chance to try it out and see what it's all about. And I'm glad I'm able to talk about it here on Dialog. Get Dialog.am, folks. It's still the place where it's happening for me for live audio. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the people up there to the uh, country north of me in Canada, our friends in Canada, the Dialog team for this platform. They say a little competition is healthy. I'll keep tabs on what's going on. I don't think it's going to impact Dialog. Dialog can only get better on where it's going. And I want to express that I'm greatly appreciative of having this platform called Dialog. Hey, you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. And as always, peace.